The CCAT test has 50 questions, and you only get 15 minutes to answer them. That gives you about 18 seconds per question. So the real challenge is not just finding the correct answer, it is finding it quickly. The questions are multiple choice and usually cover a mix of math, logic, verbal reasoning, vocabulary, and problem solving. Most of the questions are not extremely difficult by themselves. The tricky part is time pressure and the constant switching between different types of thinking. So even if you know how to solve many of the questions, you can still lose points if you spend too much time on one difficult problem. This is why the CCAT really a test of both accuracy and speed. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Vadim Michalenko, and I've spent more than 20 years teaching people on how to succeed in their careers. I created online training for everyone and the website howtoanalyzedata.net to help people like you pass interviews and assessment tests. Before I tell you what CCAT test measures, make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you are trying to grow in your career, get smarter and learn new skills, this channel is for you. Now let's talk about what CCAT measures. The CCAT test measures cognitive aptitude, which means how quickly and accurately you can think, learn, solve problems, and make decisions under time pressure. It includes questions on verbal reasoning, math and logic, spatial reasoning, attention to details, and speed. It is not the subject test like chemistry, history, or accounting. Instead, it's just a fast workspace-focused reasoning test that helps employers predict how well candidates can learn, adapt, and solve job-related problems. In this video, we will walk through real practice questions step by step, so you will not only know what to expect, but also learn how to tackle each part with confidence. I'll share with you correct answers, detailed explanations, and helpful strategies to boost your chances of passing the test. The questions appear in random order, so I recommend watching the entire video to get the most practice and insight. If you are short on time and need to prepare quickly for a pre-employment exam, check out premium practice materials linked in the descriptions and comments below. Many people have successfully passed their tests after using videos on this channel. Before we jump in, make sure to click subscribe to stay updated on the latest questions and grow in your career. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video as well. If you have any questions, drop them in comments. I reply to every message. And now let's go ahead and get started. I enjoy solving questions like this because they make my brain switch from the autopilot to a detective mode. A father has 3 sons. Each son has 1 sister. How many children does the father have? A. 3, B. 4, C. 6, or D. 7? The trick here is that each son has the same sister. So the father has 3 sons and 1 daughter, 4 children total. And the correct answer here is choice B, 4. If 2 typists can type 2 pages in 2 minutes, how many pages can 6 typists type in 6 minutes? Let's break it down. If 2 typists type 2 pages in 2 minutes, that's 1 page per minute total, or 0.5 pages per typist per minute. Now let's scale this and multiply that rate. 6 typists multiplied by 0.5 equals 3 pages per minute. So over 6 minutes, that's 3 by 6 equals 18 pages. And the correct answer here is choice B, 18. 3 circles are connected by lines so that each connects to the others. How many lines total? Let's break it down. Start by connecting the first circle to the other 2. That's 2 lines. Now let's move to the second circle. It's already connected to the first, so you just need 1 more line to do the third. That gives us a total of 3 lines, and the correct answer here is choice B, 3 lines. Here's a quick packaging puzzle with the spatial twist. You've got a cube-shaped object and 4 box nets. Only one will fold into the perfect box for the cube. Can you visualize which one? Take a close look at each box net. Which one folds into a cube with the equal sides? Imagine folding it top, bottom, sides, and all. Did you figure out which layout sealed the deal? The correct answer here is choice A. This is an amazing question, which is also a great little brain trap, because the answer is hiding in the plain sight. You're presented with the 3 by 4 matrix. The top row of the matrix has numbers 2, 4, 3, and 5. The bottom row has numbers 5, 5, 5, and 2. And the middle row has numbers 7, 9, 8, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices: A, 6, B, 7, C, 8, or D, 9. Remember I told you it's a little trap? But the pattern here is really simple. Top value plus bottom value equals the value in the middle row. 2 plus 5 equals 7. 4 plus 5 equals 9. 3 plus 5 equals 8, which means 5 plus 2 equals 7, and the correct answer here is choice B, 7. 3 identical balls are dropped from the different height into the same surface, and each loses the same percentage of energy when bouncing. Which ball will bounce to the lowest height? Take a close look at the starting height of each ball. Why? Less energy means a lower bounce, even if the bounce percentage is equal. And the correct answer here is choice C, the 1-yard ball. A triangle points up. It rotates 270 degrees clockwise. Which direction does it point now? Let's break it down. Each 90-degree turn shifts the triangle's direction up, right, down, or left. So after 270 degrees, it lands pointing left. And the correct answer here is choice D, left. What does the shape's mirror image flipped across the red line look like after a 90-degree clockwise rotation? First, let's reflect the shape across the horizontal line. That gives a mirror image that curves downward. Then rotate the reflected shape 90 degrees clockwise, and the correct answer here is choice D. I truly enjoy questions like this because they make your brain slow down exactly when it wants to rush. You're presented with 4 triangles. First triangle has numbers 4, 2, and 5. Second, 2, 3, and 3. Third triangle has numbers 3, 6, and 1. And then the fourth triangle has numbers 3, 1, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices: A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4. The trick here is compare the numbers in the same positions across all 4 triangles, rather than solving each single triangle separately. When you add the numbers from each matching corner position, the total is always 12. Let's confirm that. Let's start with the bottom left corner. 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 equals 12. Let's do calculations in the bottom right. 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 equals 12. And now let's calculate the missing number in the upper corner. 1 plus 5 plus 3 equals 9. 12 minus 9 equals 3. And the correct answer here is choice C, 3. In this question, you're given a code 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, and each number maps to a unique shape. Your task: visualize the stack largest to smallest and spot the right result. Did you figure it out? Dark square is on the bottom, a soft light circle is in the middle, and finally, a bold dark circle is on the top. Which option captures the perfect stack? The correct answer here is choice A. Here's a clean logic test for you. No tricks, just pattern recognition. You see a grid missing one piece, but there is a secret, it's symmetrical. Your challenge: find the option that fits this logic flawlessly. Let's break it down. Check how curves and corners align. Notice the dark squares and their reflections. So, which piece brings the perfect balance to this puzzle? The correct answer here is choice C. Each one of 4 parts connects only if their shapes match exactly. Mentally assemble the 4 parts and choose the option that shows the correct final shape. Take a close look at all connector types. Do the zigzag cuts align? Does the semicircle match the socket? Can you mentally rotate the parts into place? Let me connect them all for you. The final answer here is choice A. You buy 4 gadgets for $400 total. You sell 3 for $120, and then the last one for $100. What is your total profit? You spent $400, that's your total cost. Then you made $120 from each one of the first 3 gadgets. 3 multiplied by $120 is $360. Then you sold fourth one for $100. Altogether, you brought in $460 in revenue. Now let's subtract $460 minus $400, and the result is $60. So the final answer is choice A. This question is fun because it punishes overthinking and careless thinking at the same time. You need to analyze the expressions and calculate the missing number. 2 multiplied by 34 equals 54. 3 multiplied by 25 equals 55. 4 multiplied by 13 equals 53. And you need to calculate the result of 5 multiplied by 42 and select your answer out of 4 possible choices: A. 72, B. 82, C. 92, or D. 62. The pattern here is very simple. You do not solve it by using normal math operations. Instead, take the first number, add it to the first digit of the second number, and then place the second digit at the end. Let's look at the example. The first expression is 2 multiplied by 34 equals 54. Let's take 2 plus 3 equals 5. Attach second digit to 5 and you will get 54. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Attach second digit and you will get 55. 4 plus 1 also equals 5. Attach 3 to the calculated number and you will get 53. And now let's calculate the missing number. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Then attach the last digit, which is 2. So the answer is 92. And the correct answer here is choice C, 92. Which one of these numbers is an odd one out? 16, 36, 64, or 81? Let's think what those numbers have in common. They are perfect squares, which means each one can be written as a number times itself. So far so good, right? But there is a twist. Let's dive deeper. 16 is 4 squared, 36 is 6 squared, 64 is 8 squared, and 81, that's 9 squared. Notice anything? That's right, only 81 is the square of an odd number. The others, all even roots. So final answer is choice D, 81. A light ray traveling through air strikes a smooth water surface at a 45-degree angle to the surface. What happens to the ray as it enters the water? When a light ray moves from a less dense medium, which is air, to a denser medium, which is water, its speed decreases, causing it to bend toward the normal, an imaginary line perpendicular to the surface of the point of contact. And the correct answer here is choice B. You've got 8 identical looking balls, but one is slightly heavier. And you only have 2 chances with the balance scale to find the heavier ball. What do you do? Let's start by weighting 3 balls versus 3 balls. If they're equal, the heavy one will be in the remaining 2. If one side is heavier, great. Now just weigh 2 balls from that group. The result will lead you straight to the odd one out. And the correct answer here is choice C. In the parallel circuit shown, a battery is connected to 3 identical bulbs, one in each branch, with equal wiring and no other components. Which bulb will shine the brightest? In a parallel circuit, each branch receives the full voltage from the battery, so all identical bulbs shine with equal brightness. And the correct answer here is choice D. You buy a stock for $50. It rises to 70 and you sell it. The next day it drops to 40 and you buy it again. A week later it climbs to $60 and you sell it again. What is your total profit? Let's break it down. You made your first move when stock rose from 50 to 70, and that's $20 gain. Then you bought it again at 40 and sold at 60, earning another $20 profit. Each trade is independent, so each one was profitable. And the correct answer here is choice C, $40. 3 fictional companies, Lumora, Naxora, and Zifix, share a tech market. Lumora holds 50% of the market, Naxora has 25%, and Zifix has 25%. Which donut chart correctly shows the market share? Let's break it down. The question clearly states a 50-25-25 split. On the chart A shows half the circle for Lumora, and the remaining half evenly divided between Nexora and Zifix. So the correct answer here is choice A. What comes next in the sequence? A, C, F, J, O? Look closely at the gaps between the letters. A to C is +2, C to F is +3, then +4, then +5. Do you see the trend? The last letter is O, which is 15th letter of the alphabet. Add +6 and we get 21, which is the letter U, and that completes the pattern. So the correct answer here is choice 1, U. You're running a meeting when two teammates suddenly start arguing. What is your best move? Let's break it down. Letting them go at it, that only builds tension. Ending the meeting shuts down progress. Taking sides, it's risky. It could deepen the conflict. The smart choice? Step in calmly and steer the conversation back on track. It keeps the meeting productive and shows confident leadership under pressure. And the correct answer here is choice C. Your coworker keeps claiming credit for your shared work in meetings. What is the most effective next step? Let's break it down. Calling them out or confronting them mid-meeting can look unprofessional. Saying nothing allows the problem to keep growing. Smart move: schedule a private meeting with your manager. It's not about complaining, it's about giving context, protecting your contributions, and asking for guidance on how to handle the situation moving forward. So the correct answer here is choice B. Your manager asks for feedback on new policy, but you don't think it works. What is your best way to respond? Let's look at your options. Saying it's great just to keep the peace, that's not helpful. Criticizing in front of the whole team, risky and unprofessional. Ignoring the request altogether, you miss the chance to influence change. The best move? Share your honest thoughts privately and respectfully. It shows integrity, professionalism, and supports a healthy team culture. So the correct answer here is choice C. A teammate often makes side comments about others slacking off. The mood in the group is getting tense. What should you do? Let's think it through. Calling them out might create drama. Laughing alone, that just fuels the fire. Reporting them skips over a chance to solve it directly. Your best move? Have a respectful private chat. It protects relationships, gives them a chance to reflect, and shows leadership without making a scene. So the correct answer here is choice C. Take a close look at the chart. Based on the chart, determine which of the following must be true. The chart represents total market share for brands. Total market share is 100%. Brand A is 40%, brand B 25%, brand C 15%. That adds up to 80, leaving 20% for brand D and brand E. Since both brand E and D have equal size areas, each must have 10%. And the correct answer here is choice A. Take a close look at this chart. Which conclusion is best supported by the chart? Observe the chart closely. Notice how each energy source fluctuates through the month. Can you determine which one dominates in July peak? I think you've got it. Solar surges strongly in the summer, pushing total energy usage to its highest point. And the correct answer here is choice A. Solar energy was the main contributor to the July peak. You see a basket with 5 apples. You take away 3. So how many apples do you have? Sounds like a trick, right? Let's break it down. You see 5 apples, but that's just a setup. Then you take away 3. So which apples do you have? Think carefully. You now possess the 3 apples you took. Doesn't matter how many apples are left in the basket. The question asked how many apples do you have? So the final answer here is choice B, 3. A train leaves station A at 6 a.m., moving at 60 miles per hour. Another train leaves the same station at 8 a.m. at 90 miles per hour. When will the second train catch up? First train has a 2-hour head start. During that time, it travels 120 miles. Difference in speed is 30 miles per hour. 120 divided by 30 equals 4 hours. Second train left at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. plus 4 equals 12 p.m. The correct answer here is choice B. Two identical blocks start from a height of 1 yard at the same time. Block 1 drops vertically. Block B slides down a frictionless 30-degree ramp. With no air resistance, which hits the ground first? Let's break it down. Both blocks start at the same height and are only affected by gravity. Since they fall the same vertical distance and gravity is constant, they take the same amount of time to reach the bottom. What's important here is that the ramp alters the path of one block, but because it's frictionless and there is no air resistance, it doesn't affect the time for the vertical descent. And the correct answer here is choice C. If plan becomes NPLA, how will task be written using the same rule? Start with plan. What changed? The last letter N jumped to the front. The rest, PLA, stayed the same. So the transformation is last letter first, rest of the world follows. Now let's apply the same logic to task. The last letter is K. Move it to the front. What's left? TAS. Put it together and what do you get? KTAS. So the correct answer here is choice C. Can you determine which statement best reflects the main idea of the passage? Online education platforms have expanded access to learning for individuals in remote areas. However, critics argue that these platforms often lack the interactive engagement and real-time feedback found in traditional classrooms. Here's what's important. The passage discusses how online education improves accessibility for remote learners, but also points out lack of interaction and feedback. The correct answer here is choice C. You've got 10 socks in the drawer, 4 black, 3 white and 3 blue. In the dark, how many do you need to pull out to guarantee at least one matching pair? Let's think worst case scenario. What if the first 3 socks are all different colors, 1 black, 1 white and 1 blue? That means 3 socks, no pair. But once you pull out a 4th, it must match to one of first 3. So, to guarantee a pair, you need at least 4 socks, and the correct answer here is choice C, 4. What is the larger angle between the hour and minute hands when a clock shows exactly 2 o'clock? Let's break it down. Each hour on a clock represents 30 degrees. 300 divided by 12 equals 30 degrees. The angle between minute and hour hands is 60 degrees, since there are 2 hours between them. But the angle between hour and minute hands is 300 degrees, which is calculated as 360 minus 60. And the correct answer here is choice D, 300 degrees. What number comes next in the sequence? 2, 6, 12, 20, and then... Let's break it down. Take a close look at the gaps between each number. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 12 minus 6 equals 6. 20 minus 12 equals 8. Notice the pattern? We're adding plus 4, plus 6, and plus 8. The next step, you guessed it, add 10 to 20. That gives us 30, a clean, logical continuation of the pattern. And the correct answer here is choice A, 30. Do you think your reading skills are sharp? Let's test your logic with this real-world passage. This one is about sleep and how it might affect your mood. Recent surveys show that people who sleep fewer than 6 hours per night are more likely to report feeling anxious or depressed. Experts suggest that consistent sleep deprivation may alter brain chemistry and affect emotional regulation. Based on this information, which of the following is most likely to be true? A. Sleeping more than 6 hours causes anxiety. B. Sleep deprivation can harm mental health. C. All people with depression sleep less than 6 hours. Or D. Emotional regulation is unrelated to sleep. Can you try to solve it on your own? get to the answer, let's work through this logically. This passage does not say sleeping more causes anxiety, so A is out. It says people who sleep less tend to report anxiety and depression, and that sleep loss might alter brain chemistry and emotional control. That supports mental health impact, making B strong. C goes too far. All people is an exaggeration not supported by the passage. D contradicts the text. It clearly connects emotional regulation with sleep. So the best answer? Choice B. Sleep deprivation can harm mental health. It is directly supported by the facts in the passage. Always remember, reading comprehension is all about evidence, not assumptions. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.